Hey, John Hickok here. Yes, that's a 500 Magnum in my hand, and I'm excited to see you. Both are true. We've got the Smith & Wesson 500 X frame, which I can only assume stands for extra because it's the most extra frame that they have ever made. I don't know, maybe one day there'll be the XL frame or the XXL frame, chambered in 50 BMG. But for now, to my knowledge, this is still the most powerful production handgun in the world. This is just part of a production line. So you guys know it, you're very familiar with it. There's a infinite number of YouTube videos on it, but we're gonna shoot it some more. If you want to get all the specs, of course, always go back and watch the original video, but we're just gonna have some fun with it and shoot it. So let's do that. Load this thing up. Some of these big giant missiles in here. So we're shooting this Federal Fusion, and of course we always appreciate them and all their support to keep us in ammo, especially in these trying ammo times. But we are shooting 325, yeah, 325 grain. So not the biggest 500 Magnum ammo out there. I think there's 400 grain, 500 grain. There's even a 700 grain round, but it's 325 grains. That's nothing to sneeze at, you know. I mean, just for some perspective, a 45 ACP is 230 grain. Also, before I finish, we also appreciate Bud's Gun Shop. Please go check out Bud's, budsgunshop.com, and everything they have over there to offer. Really appreciate their support. That's where this came from. So please check them out. And also SDI, the Sonoran Desert Institute. You go to sdi.edu. You can get certified in gunsmithing through them with their distance learning program. So guns are a booming industry, thank God, right now. So a good time to look at something like that. And also, don't forget silencercentral.com. Definitely go check them out. If you need a suppressor, you can go through them, and they have a really nice, easy, simple process for buying a suppressor. You do everything with them, and once it's transferred and everything, it just ships right to your house. So it's a really cool system. All right, let's shoot this thing. Now that we got all the business out of the way, let's start out. Let's just start out on the watermelon. I feel like we never do that. Nah, we do that sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna cock it. Shoot it single action. All right, yeah, not much left of that. Let's shoot this this kitty litter container down here. Look at that, took out a bowling pin too. All right, let's go ahead and smoke some pot. And then maybe I'll put one on the target. Oh, look at that, 4. I did not count very well. Okay, got one left. Let's take out this orange 2-liter. Jeez. Yeah, that's insane. Boy, this thing is fun, I have to say. I mean, this is like, in a way, I've always looked at this as this is like the Barrett of handguns, you know, which if you don't know, the Barrett is the semi-automatic 50 BMG rifle. And it's just a very extreme gun. It does have some practical application, of course, for hunting, because you're, you know, with this 50 caliber round, you know, 325 grain or more, you're talking about, you know, almost essentially a 45-70, which is a very popular hunting round that you're shooting out of a handgun. So it would be great for that. And they've got different variations of this thing. You've got the 4-inch. This is the 8 3/8 inch version, and it's the version that so on some of the later ones, it seemed like most of them have the I don't know, like kind of the bird cage compensator on the end, but this one does not have that. It has kind of the original one that I saw in some of the first ones. So I don't know if this is an older one or they just don't put it on all of them or not. I'm not sure. I've shot the 4-inch model, and it had that on there. And I have to say, the 4-inch model in some ways almost didn't kick as much as this. I think because you got more muzzle flip, so it wasn't transferred, like the recoil wasn't transferred directly to your wrist as much. So I think that made some difference. They even had, I don't know if you guys ever saw this or not, if you remember it, but they're probably very collectible now, but they had the what they call it. It was like the Bear emergency kit version or something like that. It was really cool. I've ever seen them at gun shows. It came in this orange case, and it had a 2-inch snub nose 500 Magnum in there with orange grips. I think it had some other like survival kits in there. I would imagine if you find one of those on the secondary market, it's probably still in very good shape. Probably the rifling hasn't been shot out of it, I would guess. So maybe a good investment. All right, let's fire a few more. Let's see. Let's go ahead. I guess I'll try some over there. We'll test my nerves here. Let's try the Gong. We'll start on the Gong. All right, still gonna shoot single action. A little bit low, I think. Look at that. Man, look how much it moved the Gong. It's wild. All right, let's see if I can, I'm gonna try to knock down the buffalo, the one on the left side. Actually, you know what? Let's shoot the one on the right, because that one never wants to fall. And if it won't fall from this, then there's no hope for it. Yeah, I think it went over it. I saw that one. All right, look at that. Knocked him right down. All right, I think I'm empty. Yep. All right, let's try some of this this other ammo. Oop. I don't want to lose these. I'm sure Dad will get into reloading 500 Magnum at some point. I've thought about getting one of these sometime because I thought it would actually be kind of a fun round to reload for. You know, you could buy the really hot stuff, but then you could actually load up some specials if you wanted to. You know, that'd be just a little bit more fun. That you could shoot it for longer and everything like that, but you still have that 50 caliber bullet, you know, which would be pretty cool. Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, I wanted to let you guys know too. I've mentioned in some of my videos that I also do stand-up. Been doing that for a few years. I've got a couple shows coming up. Just wanted to let you know about. I'll be at Shenanigans Comedy Theater in Huntsville, Alabama on April 17th, and then I will be at Zany's in Nashville, Tennessee on April 12th. The Zany show starts at 7 and the one in Huntsville starts at 8. Go to my Instagram, John, JOHN _ or that's just John Hickok 45 at Instagram, and I'll post about it. So just want to let you guys know about that, those of you that care. All right, let's try double action on this watermelon. Now these should be a little bit lighter. I actually haven't shot these, but I would guess that they don't kick as bad. Or maybe more, who knows? Am I pulling it? I guess I'm going low. Yeah, okay, on double action I was kind of pulling it down a little bit. Let's see, let's try this orange 2-liter here. Man, these kick a lot more actually. Wow. Man. Okay, interesting. So these kick considerably more, and they are, grain are these 275 grain. Okay, so 275 versus 325. So yeah, these kick quite a bit more. So these are hotter. These are a hotter load for sure, even though it's a lighter bullet. I would guess, you know, I'm not a math expert, but I would guess that the velocity is higher. That would explain how that works, right? Pretty sure. These things are fun to load too. These big, giant rounds. Yeah, look at that. That's a wicked round. There's not much in America that couldn't take down with that. Let's see. All right, let's take out these 2 liters, I guess. And then maybe no. Let's try this bowling pin right here. I want to see this thing fly. Let's make him fly. All right, hit him kind of low. I guess these are, because it's a higher velocity, it's printing lower. So it's partly that, and I just need to get the sights up. All right, let's try this other bowling pin over here. There we go. All right, now the 2 liters. Jeez. God, look at that. Just vaporized it. Completely vaporized it. Let's see, do I have any more? Yeah, I got one left. Let's see. Let's the spray paint can right down here. I don't know if it's been hit yet or not. Man, something landed behind me. Wow. All right, well that was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's an intense level of recoil. You know what I'm gonna do, just to show you guys, I'm not a wimp. Let's all right, I'm gonna do one of each, one-handed. Now that's one thing with these guns, because there's something I want to talk about before we wrap up here. When it comes to more powerful guns, obviously there's like a, there's an ego aspect to it. It's like, oh, big man, big gun, tough. There's that whole thing, and I get that. We're all guilty of that, but and that's part of the fun of something like this. That honestly, if you're being honest with yourself, that's why this gun is cool. There's maybe a small section of people that get it for hunting, but for the most part, it's just for fun, and that's great. That's why I would be interested in something like this. But I will say, don't put this in the hands of like a new shooter. You know what I mean? That kills me when people do that. Someone who's just getting into guns, they might think something like this is cool, and they might be willing to try it because they want to prove how tough they are or whatever. But you don't want to turn them off of the sport. This is something that you need to be a little bit experienced before you fire something like this. So that's just my 2 cents. Those of you out there trying to involve the impressionable youth in our sport. All right, so this is the first stuff I was shooting. This is the 325 grain. So yeah, that's what I thought, to remind myself which way the Smith turns. I'm not as much of a revolver expert as Dad is. Okay. So I'm going to fire this one-handed, and then I'm going to put the other one in, and I want you guys to kind of just notice the recoil difference. So there's 2 reasons for this. 1, just to show you I'm not a wimp and I can fire it one-handed, and 2, that's just an easier way to be able to see what impact the recoil has. All right, I'll just shoot it. I don't necessarily want to shoot these close targets in case it damages them, so I'll just shoot the barrel. So if you want a cameraman, just get kind of a good angle on that where they can tell. All right, here we go. I guess I'll keep my arm bent a little bit. All right, do the next one. This is the one that's gonna hurt. All right, ready? Okay. So I don't know if you could tell much by looking at that, but I would say there's about a good 20% increase in just felt recoil on this. What was it again? On the 275 grain, Barnes Expander by Federal. I like the name, and then versus the 325 grain Fusion. Both pretty hot rounds. I would say that just trying to compare it to stuff, maybe if you guys have never shot one of these, that this round is like it's like a really nice hot, 44 Magnum, and this is just like, yeah, just takes it to another level. But very, very doable, very doable. I mean, there are some rounds like I'm sure you've seen it, the infamous 700 grain round where it's absurd. It's like this flying cylinder. I mean, it's engineered to the point where, like, if they added a half a grain extra to the bullet, like, it just wouldn't fit, in the cylinder. It's absurd, and people have been known to break their hands and stuff like that or whatever. It's like, I mean, it's impressive people that can do it, but it's like, I don't really care about trying to prove prove that I'm a man in that way. You know, it's like I can get wrist surgery. I'm a man. You know, you know what I mean? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I get it at the same time. So, anyways, the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. It's one of those, you know, kind of mostly, I guess, novelty guns that I think is worth it. There's some novelty guns where it's like, oh, it's cool that someone made that. I'd love to shoot it once, and then okay, now I'm done with it. I don't know why I don't own one of these. I should. I mean, it's a neat gun. I mean, it's a cool thing to bring out. You know, if you're having a barbecue at a place where you can shoot guns, it's a cool thing to bring out. Just don't put it in the hands of someone that's inexperienced and turn them off of the sport. That's the only thing I say. But there you go, X-Frame 500. Hope you guys enjoyed this little shoot 'em up chapter 2, and I'll see you guys again on another one. Thank you. Tired. It's a long walk from where I had to shoot that. Oh man. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. Since you're here, I want to let you know about our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. TalonGunGrips.com. Check out everything they have over there. You can get lots of different grips, the stick-on grip textures for your handguns and rifle grips, so go check them out. Also Ballistol, they're a firearms lubricant or anything else you might need lubricating. It's water soluble and non-toxic. Been using it on the compound and cleaning all of our guns. It's a cleaner and a lube for over 10 years. So Ballistol, Talon Grips, definitely check both of those companies out. And also, while you're on the internet, don't forget to go to hickok45.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Hickok45, Twitter, Hickok45, Instagram, The Real Hickok45, and also I have an Instagram page where I post behind the scenes stuff and different things like that. John, JOHN_HICKOK45 on Instagram. And the next thing you have to do is watch more videos.